right. Let's see what's going on. Starting the stream. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. Welcome to this Freaky Friday is what we like to call them. Freaky Fridays in crypto. Guys, we filled the CME gap. We were talking about the CME gap. It was filled. It looked like that price was getting magnetized right to that level. So we're going to cover that. We're going to ask the age-old question when we have volatility like this. Is the bull market over? We're going to get to that. We're also going to get to the news that MetaMask has added Bitcoin or will be adding Bitcoin and Solana chain support. They're about a year or two late because Phantom already had this implemented. And it's been pretty bullish for them so far, and a lot of people started using Phantom. So there's always been gripe about MetaMask and its user interface and how well it works and how it doesn't work. So we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into the bullishness, the bearishness. We're gonna look at some levels, but first I want you guys to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Ding the bell to be notified whenever I go live, because we want to bring you this information as quickly as possible. And yeah, just do all the housekeeping. And today's show is sponsored by Beancoin. So if you want some freshly brewed, freshly roasted organic coffee that is, just a fully crypto-backed idea and company, check out Beancoin. They are the sponsor of the channel today. So click on the link in the description and also in the chat, and you can check out all of the cool stuff that Beancoin has to offer. But without further ado, let's get this show on the road. All right, guys. So welcome. Make sure you guys are tuning in on YouTube, X, whatever you like to watch on. And make sure you're reposting, hitting the like, and doing all those things that keep the channel growing and moving. And we really appreciate you guys. We want to thank you for always tuning in and supporting the channel. And also just being here, even if I'm down in the tubes or up in the clouds. So it's sometimes crypto is going to swing your emotions all over the place. But the main thing is to keep consistent, keep steady, and make sure I'm bringing you guys, the best content I can, even if I am feeling a little funked. Because man, yesterday I was like, I went to stream and then I was like, I even made headband depressed. So I was like, I can't come here for the next live streams and give you guys the Debbie Downers. So let's get into it. So main topics of discussion today is, we have basically top 10 cryptos that people are checking out in accordance with all of the metrics and, kind of what's been on the spotlight with Bitcoin, Ethereum, even the tethered stablecoin, XRP, BNB, Solana, Dogecoin, Cardano, and Tron. So those are actually getting the most attention in terms of social media metrics across the entire market, and we're going to compare its underperformance or outperformance against Bitcoin with these other cryptos and how they will likely perform in the next 6 months. We're going to get into that. Also, we have $5.7 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options set to expire today. So how is that going to make the market react? We will have to see. Markets open already, 30 minutes into the market open was a little bearish, but then now we're getting a possible bounce off of that bearishness. We're going to look at the charts. And is this like a textbook breakout retest play that has, historically it's happened in the past where we've had a, massive breakout and then we get a former test of the recent support lows where we had the last breakout point. So that last breakout point could be where it's, where the price magnet with the CME gap, we talked about the CME gap as a potential price magnet of where we could have a lot of capitulations and also just a market downturn down to that price. Could it go as low as 73? Because there is still some levels that were not hit. We just went as low as 78 on the price. So we're gonna kind of look at how this can, it's all, financial markets led by a range of human emotions exhibit similar behaviors. So after a convincing move beyond a long held resistance, assets typically return to confirm the validity of the breakout. That serves as a test of the strength of the former resistance. So this could be playing out right now where we look, here we showed you guys, look, we circled this area. We wanted to give you guys this scenario, this downturn scenario that the price could get magnetized towards this area. So now that it did, and we got the bounce, we filled the gap easy with the wick. I said, look, if it's going to fill, it might wick and fill quick. And that's exactly what happened, guys. Exactly as predicted. I wish I would have just made some moves on my prediction because damn, I mean, we were, everyone was feeling pretty bullish with all the, bullish news of strategic reserves and, all of this, Trump madness. And we kind of got rugged, but really I don't want to blame, the Trump administration or anything like that. Really, if you want to blame anyone, I think it's BlackRock here, because BlackRock was selling massively, and not just BlackRock, but everyone, and with the Bitcoin ETFs had a massive outflow of a total of, $2 to $3 to $4 billion of sell pressure on the ETFs. So this is what really contributed to a massive downturn. And also, I think with the Bybit hack, with the Ethereum hack on Bybit, I think it just across the board spooked the exchanges. I think the exchanges did a rinse repeat. They flushed out the traders. They flushed out the longs. They trapped the longs. I kept telling you guys what they were doing with this Bitcoin prices. They kept rolling over the price. They kept rolling it over, trapping longs, making you feel like that was a point of support that could bounce us to the upside. And look, they rolled it over every single time. They fake trap longs, liquidate. They fake trap longs, liquidate. Look, another long trap right here. Fake it, trap. Fake it, trap. Could this be the next other fake trap that we end up getting to bounce us down to the next areas of support, which is 75, 73, and 71, which is being presented in this scenario for Bitcoin. Now, we gotta see, because that could be another test. That could be another test of support. If we look at some areas here, you can see that the next area of support where we really had massive support in November at the end of the year, when we had the Trump breakout of the presidency. And this is, we went very, very close. I mean, gosh, we were like 78K. Really smacked it down into that level pretty hard. So is that going to be the test? It looks like we're gaining strength because we just went over the 200-day moving average. So that's bullish. And so if you're looking at kind of where we could be heading here in the short term, we have some levels to watch where 89,000 was that resistance level, but also at 89,087 around that level, we do have a little bit of support that could bring us back into these ranges to get us going towards 100K. It's just, now we got to see if we can just match this with some volume, some momentum, and keep the price moving to the upside if that was the bounce. Because even though we had massive selling pressure with the ETFs, I think we've had the exchanges and the whales scooping up these lows, because as people are selling into fear, and there's mass fear in the markets right now that, people are doing this with their portfolio. They're like, please come back to life. They're like, please, pump it. I mean, guys, our portfolio, we're down a good like 60, 70% from the top. Basically January, my birthday, was the top signal. If I would have just sold everything on my birthday, that would have been good, and then go short. But, we can't predict the markets. We can't predict the tops or the high, or, the tops or the lows, but we can maybe get damn close. So, all right. So let's get into some of the news today. We'll go through a little bit of the news, but make sure you guys are hitting the like button. I don't even know how many people are here. The chat isn't even rolling. The only person that said anything was Jason Crypto. So I am not sure what is going on, but we're doing our best here to get the algorithm, which is you guys. The algorithm is not a robot, it's people. So if the people don't show me that you're here through the like button, the stream will not get pushed out. It will not go anywhere. It literally will just sit where it's at and will have no views. Oh, yours was the 17th, Jason? Oh, dude, nice. Yeah, mine was the 23rd. It was the 23rd. It was the day that Trump announced a strategic Bitcoin crypto digital asset stockpile, whatever the hell you want to call it. Everyone was pissed. They were like, wait a second. It's not a strategic reserve. It's a stockpile. Whatever you want to call it. It's really funny. But all right, so let's go into some data here. Let's go into some data. So real quick, sorry. I don't want to go into data. I want to go back into the MetaMask expansion. So let's talk about that. So Phantom already added Bitcoin support. They've added SUI network support. So they have Solana, Ethereum, Polygon, Base, SUI, Bitcoin, and obviously they have Solana. So this is going to be really good for MetaMask. I'm surprised it's taken them this long, because if they're going off a competition, other wallets are surpassing them like by light years. I mean, they really got to step it up. And MetaMask, generates a lot of fees from using their swap feature inside the app, which I actually used a lot just for convenience, just go swap real quick, go into the app, do it. They take a fee for every swap. So, and if you remember, Linnea Chain did an airdrop for people that used the MetaMask swap feature, and you were airdropped maybe like 5,000 Foxy tokens. That was the unofficial mascot for MetaMask in the Linnea Chain. So don't forget about that. I still haven't sold a single Foxy token from that airdrop. But interesting enough, they're going to be adding this support for Bitcoin and Solana. So MetaMask, a prominent cryptocurrency wallet, has announced a significant update to its platform, expanded support, including native Bitcoin and Solana transactions alongside its traditional Ethereum base. So this update, part of a broader user experience overhaul, introduces several key features: the smart contract accounts for improved security, the ability to pay transaction fees with any token. I don't know about that. I don't like that they're just like, okay, let me just pay this transaction with this token. But what if the transaction's still $50 for an ETH transaction? I don't want to use my crypto just to pay the ETH Foundation. Sorry. Or to pay for Vitalik's girlfriend's lunch. I'm sorry, I don't want to do that. So, in the launch of a MetaMask debit card, which, guys, we've been seeing the debit card being posted by people. I signed up for the debit card, haven't got it yet, haven't received it. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I put in the right information. I didn't get scammed, but it was in the app. I early signed up for it. So hopefully I'll get that card. Once I get the card, I will show you guys. We'll test it out. And if we have any money on the side, because, guys, I mean, everyone's portfolios are down so much, and then there's all these things coming out. It's like people are like, buy the dip, use your crypto to buy stuff. I'm like, guys, brothers in Christ, we don't have any money left. We're wrecked. What are you talking about? We have to build from zero. So, cool. We'll build from zero with all these cool debit cards and platforms and applications, guys. Let's build it from the ground up, because we're wrecked. And welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to the channel. BTC short squeezes. Short squeezing. Shorts. Is it squeezing? It is squeezing. Woo! Oh yeah, we're getting a nice squeeze. We're getting the squeeze, baby. And then we're in a trade. We said, you know what? I'm like, guys, we all got wrecked. I mean, who's got dry powder to try and throw at dips? I mean, this $78,000 dips, that happened on Bitcoin. I mean, not a lot of people were even able to be quick enough to get the damn dip, because it happened in the middle of the freaking night. Or it actually happened early this morning. If you're looking at actually what happened, who the hell was going to have enough time to scoop this damn dip unless you had limit orders set? But if you're just, free ball in the market, free ball and no underwear, swinging it around, then you didn't get nothing. So it was really hard to catch that dip unless you had the limit order set. 100%. So, we're possibly getting a nice little squeeze here. Getting a nice little pinch, little squeeze. Let's see if we can look at, and we do it on the market side for B here. We do have nice momentum wave coming in, little bit of a money flow, nothing too crazy, but we do have a green dot printing here on the 3 hour that can possibly send us into a parabolic zone that could be this $92,000 resistance level here. So looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. It's actually not looking too bad. All right, so let's go into some data here. We got the top 10 cryptocurrencies performance against Bitcoin the past year, and then what we could think of how it's going to go into the next 6 months. And so Bitcoin with a $1.8 trillion market cap, with as of the price of February 25th, was at 89,000. Year over year return for the past 12 months has been 73%. Okay, so that's outpaced a lot of traditional finance assets and commodities. List of whatever you're on the list of what was the best thing to hold year over year. It's pretty much been Bitcoin on a baseline. Okay, so 73% baseline. So baseline projected that in the next 6 months could go up 50 to 100% growth, going to 133,000 to 178,000 in the next 6 months. And so the next 6 months will get us into it's going to get us into that August, September range, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, kind of around there, July, August. Our speculation and timeline for where we think the true bull run is going to have the peak price is around that area due to the 4-year cycle and Bitcoin having recovery years after the halving. We've done our research and our own technical analysis that's based off of others and also just historical price data, and this could be in the cards. So Ethereum, though, has been bleeding against Bitcoin, has underperformed 95% against Bitcoin, and in the year-over-year past 12 months has been down 22% on the year. So still, though, is likely to outperform slightly with a 60 to 100% growth to possibly the $3,800 level to the $5,300 level, which was that all-time high area. Now, it's due to the scalability, upgrades, and the DeFi growth because it's, obviously ETH has its problems, but compared to other chains, I think Ethereum is still going to get that institutional adoption support through the means of smart contract dApp platforms that are going to be more trusted over something like maybe Solana. All right, so then we have Tether. Tether, we want it to be stable. We want the liquidity to keep coming into these stablecoin markets and in Tether, in USDC. And then we also have XRP. So XRP with $128 billion market cap, a price at, around $2 average right now at $2 and some change. It actually outperformed Bitcoin on the year by 315% due to the nature of how bad it was pushed down with the SEC litigations and all of that stuff. And then also we had, a little bit of XRP ledger support for the memes. That hasn't really super picked up as hard as, things like Solana or whatever of the meme coin ecosystems that's happening. But a moderate outperform for the next 6 months could be an 80% to 150% markup to get to $4 to $5 due to the Ripple adoption and the regulatory clarity that we could see. And then now we got BNB, which outperformed Bitcoin by went up on the year 55%. So yearly hold 55%, but still underperformed Bitcoin. So if you're holding BNB, still underperformed Bitcoin on the year by 18% versus Bitcoin. And then I think we probably could get a maybe slight underperformance with BNB with a possible 40 to 80% gain of it getting to a height of $854 to over $1,000. And this is going to be heavily tied to the Binance ecosystem growth with the Binance Smart Chain. And so now get into Solana. Solana year over year was up 35% against Bitcoin and underperformed, actually, interesting enough, at negative 38%. Likely will outperform in the next 6 months, going up 70 to 140%, breaking, I think, the all-time high of that $350 or $330, wherever it hit that resistance. And possibly, I think in the next 6 months, Solana could be, if we see the numbers that we're thinking with Bitcoin and Ethereum, that we'll see Solana add probably another $100-200 on its price, another chunk of liquidity coming in with the capitulation of Pup Fund, all of that stuff. It doesn't mean Solana's dead. It just means that the Jeets are dead. Now Solana is going to potentially start to generate different types of revenue besides the meme coin extraction. It could play out. Doesn't mean Solana's dead because the meme extraction game is done. Just means they're going to move to the next thing. But it still probably will be on Solana, so we have to watch out for that. Now, Dogecoin has always historically outperformed Bitcoin, and over the past 10 years, it's been up 141% on the year, and it's outperformed Bitcoin versus Bitcoin 68%. And so we think it's going to be a moderate outperform with a 60 to 120% move, possible up to in the next 6 months, getting it back up to that 46 cents. But I think it's going to be a big driving factor of the Department of Government Efficiency, and also the people forget about X payments. When X payments actually fully launches, we are going to see, I think, a massive liquidity surge into Dogecoin and other speculative assets that will be speculated to be in the list of the X payments, and possibly having, debit card link, a possible crypto native wallet that could be on X that people could use just like you would on Robinhood or Venmo or Cash App or whatever. These things are coming down the line, and I think that's going to be the big, people talk about what's going to be the technological thing that pushes the market into the next phase. We had like DeFi. DeFi was the push and the technological advance. Before then it was just the full implementation of the smart contracts and the dApps. Then we went full DeFi. Then it was the NFTs. Then we have there's all these kind of these phases of technological phases coming in, and then it was the memes and the meme generation and the meme culture and the creation of all these different platforms to be able to launch the memes. Like, that was the technological advance to push us into high speculation. So I think the next thing is going to be the onboarding mechanisms of X and using these massive social media platforms to then onboard people into digital asset services, which will be just commonplace everywhere. So we have to remember that Dogecoin is going to be on the front end of that. Now we have Cardano with Charles Hoskinson being a part of the Trump administration and being a part of the discussion is bullish for Cardano as a whole in sentiment. Now, also for a technological standpoint, Cardano has been true to their roadmap to move slow and not break things and not basically sacrifice the validity and the solidity of the chain by breaking things and then asking for forgiveness later, like Solana does. So Cardano has a big chance to really get an surgence of liquidity with Charles Hoskinson being a part of the discussion for crypto as a whole, for the ecosystem. And I think he would be a better choice to have a conversation, a framework around digital assets, as opposed to Michael Saylor talking with the SEC, because we know Michael Saylor's, stance. He's a perma Bitcoin maxi bull. He doesn't really think that anything else is worth the time, and it would be deemed a security. That will put way too much scrutiny and regulatory pressure on a lot of these projects and calling them securities, and it's just going to, again, almost stifle innovation, I think, in terms of moving in the direction of not always trying to deem something a security so then you can make money off of it. Let's figure out like what's the Ponzi, what's the fair launch, and what's the ecosystem that is just a governed, decentralized ecosystem truly, and then let the people decide, and then we'll weed out the scammers in the process. And then we got Tron. Tron is in the light because of the Justin Sun's bullishness on being involved with the Trump family with World Liberty Financial. Tron is in their bags of World Liberty Financial, and with Tron, the thing with Tron is that Tron has always been the biggest liquidity provider for stablecoin movement, off and on ramping, and just high stablecoin liquidity and total value locked on the Tron blockchain. This could be bullish long term for people that want to get access to liquidity. So this could be good for, I don't know. It could be good for a lot of things. If you feel like liquidity and stable liquidity is the name of the game, then Tron, if we start to get more stable liquidity in there, then the Tron ecosystem itself with the Tron token could be valued at a little higher and start to get a little bit more traction. It has underperformed Bitcoin historically, but has been up 65% on the year and could potentially have a slight underperformance with against Bitcoin, with it potentially getting to the 32 cents or 41 cents, and it's heavily tied to the DeFi utility. All right, so those are the top 10 coins that the market and that we're talking about. We're still looking at. Hopefully that was a good breakdown for you guys, and you have destroyed the like, but or I'm just freaking boring you. Am I boring you guys? I hope not. Okay, so let's get into what's happening right now. We're getting the bounce. I think we might be getting the bounce. Let's see on the 5-minute here. Let's see what's recovering the fastest in the top 100. We have Jasmine, Radium up over 1% on the 5-minute, but let's look at the daily. So the daily, you're going to see something a little bit different, how things got hit, but even on the daily is really interesting to see what's up on the daily and not down as bad. So here's the key: Barachain, Radium, Jito. Is this a GT? What is Jito. Haven't really done much on Jito. We got Jupiter. So Jupiter, remember, Jupiter is still generating a lot of revenue with their application, their trading platform, because you got to remember Jupe has perps, the launch pad. It's basically where a lot of the action is happening as a DEX aggregator. And so makes sense that it's up, especially with Solana pumping up a little bit more too, because we got Solana up as well. Ohm for the real world assets. We've been wondering, like, okay, is this thing gonna like just stop and then just start to go down, because it pumped so damn much, but this thing is strong. Like Ohm mantra is strong, and we might want to start paying attention to it, because for some reason this damn thing has been just trading up strong when we get bounces. So we're watching that. Ohm mantra. Now Solana Why is Solana pumping right now again? Well, it's one of those that pumps pretty hard off of bullish news. But here's the thing. Here's the bullish news. We have CME Group, because we're talking about the CME. The CME Group is to launch Sol futures on March 17th. Could this start the altcoin season? Could this start the altcoin season and start to really push us? Let's see. Then also we have the Trump organization files trademark for Trump to launch a metaverse and NFT trading platform. So I don't know if this is true or not. So here's the source: providing virtual Trump branded clothing, shoes, and hats for avatars and virtual environments, including a virtual Trump branded restaurant. Oh my gosh. Let's go. This is really cool. So it just shows that they're like, memes do have utility if you build around it. So the JPEG in the meme itself, it's people forget. It's like, that's not the utility, is the attention it gets, the action on it, and then what you can do around the brand that you build. Like, for instance, like I'm trying to build this coffee brand. It's centered around something very simple, which is just coffee. But then around this, I'm building a coffee rewards incentive program and a means for people in coffee shops to interact and connect with each other through the modality of blockchain, and to build up this whole separate type of, coffee ecosystem. Like, so that it's centered around something, and you can build around it. And I think some of these meme coins forget that. They think they're just like, oh, cool, buy my JPEG. It's like, well, call it what it is. But at a point, like, let's actually do something with it. Let's actually build around this idea. It can be done. Build it, and they will come. All right. So yeah, that's why Solana is kind of pumping back up here. So what that's going to do is let's look at the Solana ecosystem here and see what's happening on chain. So we got Sol ecosystem, and let's look at the volume of the Sol ecosystem. Trump's got the biggest trading volume right now in terms of a coin that's native on Solana. $1.3 billion in trading volume. Insane. Then we got Chainlink right up under it with some trading volume that's hitting up almost in the over $500 million in Chainlink. So here you go. Here's the stuff that's getting some traction here. Bonk, Render, stuff that you can hold on Solana. So that's going. Let's see the trading volume the past 24 hours. So the memes, we got Doge. Doge is always pushing the highest trading volume, just as a meme, but also just as a chain, as an idea, as a just a flag carrier for the space. If you think about it, Dogecoin is still just as important today as it was when it was created, when it ran, when people attributed it to the Wall Street bets movement and all of that. It is just as important today as it was then. Because the success of Dogecoin means the success of every meme. The success of, I even attribute that to Pepe. If Pepe dies, all memes die. I might be very extreme by saying that, but I don't care. This is my opinion. You can agree with it or not. If Pepe dies, all the memes are dead at that point. Pepe can't survive, it's toast. So that's how I feel. I mean, so there's flag carriers in this space. It's just like if something gets, it's almost like when the leader gets killed off, the whole group loses sentiment and it eventually fails. It's like it's just a cascading effect. So we want the success of Pepe. We want the success of Dogecoin. We want the success of Ethereum. We want the success of Bitcoin. We might even be crazy to say that we want the success of XRP, even that devil coin. Because I think to myself all the time, like, you really want to think that the people that created XRP, like, they care about, like, I don't know. Do they care about the success of Bitcoin? Do they want Bitcoin to succeed? Or do they want Bitcoin to bleed into XRP? I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I'm not gonna pin people against each other when it comes to the battle between XRP and Bitcoin and which one you should hold or whatever. It's just like, at a point, do you want to hold? What do you want to hold? What do you want to hold? What do you want to sell? I can't convince you. I can't tell you what to buy. Me personally, I would rather trade XRP than try and, like, have it in my bag stash. That's just me. Because it's like, I feel like I'm getting forced to try and be bullish on XRP by when people talk to me about it. They're like convincing me to buy it right now because it's going to go to $100. Because it's going to be the thing that all the banks use and that's going to replace the SWIFT banking system and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just feel better buying, like, funny things like ticker Bitcoin. I feel better about myself when I buy something like this because it's an open chart, supplies out. They can't make any more of it. There's no minting more ticker Bitcoin. But guess what? They can mint more XRP, and the probably will just, like, could increase the supply. Look, circulating supply is 57 billion XRP. There's still 50 billion XRP that can still get onto the market. I ain't buying that. And then guess what? Those mega XRP whales and people that are in cahoots with XRP, they're getting unlocks and they're going to dump on your freaking head. So I don't really trust it. It's like, that's a crap fully devalued, fully FDV and max supply, circulating supply. It's just shit. If you want XRP to go to $500, don't ever have the supply go there because that's it's not good. Circulating supply is only 57 billion XRP. That means they can just, boom, they're gonna unlock a supply the moment it serves them, not the market and you. You can say the same thing with Bitcoin. You got the Bitcoin whales, you got BlackRock, you got all these people scooping it up. But here's the thing. All they can do is buy and sell it. They can't mint any more new Bitcoin. They can mine it, yes, but it's at to its complete supply cut at 21 million Bitcoin. As a broken record as that always sounds, it's true. All right, so like I said, guys, we're in a trade. we're trying to trade the volatility here. We'll see what happens. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. We're gonna stream till about 11 o'clock, and then we're going to cut it. We do have, all right, so we had a poll. Are you scared? 12% said yes. 88% said no. and then 0 people are buying the ticker Bitcoin. Let's pull up the ticker Bitcoin chart. Let's pull that up. Let's pull it up. Let's see what's going on. Oh, and I'm curious, guys, how bad are you down right now? Is your portfolio down like 60%? Is it down 70%? Is it down 80%? Are you down 100%? Are you like 90% alts and memes and like 10% Bitcoin? Because I'll tell you how down my portfolio is. Okay, I think at its peak, was in January, and from January of its peak till now, I am down about 60%. It's down about 60%. Could be a lot worse, but what has saved it is that I have been primarily heavy Bitcoin. So the portfolio is like 60% Bitcoin, and the rest is alts and memes. So my portfolio could be absolutely wrecked and be down like 90%, but because I do have a solid base of Bitcoin, it helps the portfolio survive a little bit. So here's something that you guys can do, that can help you possibly with whatever the next bull run, next cycle, next run, whatever. All of this can help you in general just to start your journey, have some 3 easy steps to go into the run. And so first step would be to have a diversification strategy, which is reducing the risk by spreading the investments. So you're not just all in on one thing. You're not all in on Pepe. You're not all in on ticker Bitcoin. You do have a solid base spread across the market. So you can do a 60-30-10 rule where you got 60% in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You got 30% in the established alts, and then you got 10% in either new or speculative projects, which could be the memes, pre-sales, whatever it may be. Know that 10% is like the one that you'd be willing to lose or it go to 0, and then know that the 60-30 will fluctuate, but would be better to hold over time. And then you want to have multiple exchanges and wallets set up. You want to have all of the things necessary to be able to off and on ramp. You don't want to have, just say, for instance, like when FTX went down, if that was the only exchange that you were using, you had all your eggs in that basket, you were cooked. You were absolutely cooked. And it has taken till just now for you to be able to even maybe get 50% of your money back. So how do you avoid this? You set up multiple exchanges, multiple hot wallets, multiple cold storage wallets, everything you can think of to make sure that you are not all in on one thing. You got to have it spread across just in case something goes down. You still have skin in the game. I had to reset myself pretty much almost from 0 when we had that crash happen with Luna, with FTX, with Voyager. I had my money in Voyager, and I had like 20% of my stuff in my cold storage and like hot wallets and stuff, and I had more of it on the exchanges. I got wrecked. And so it's a hard lesson to learn, but we got to do, not your keys, not your crypto. And also, you don't want to marry these exchanges. You just want to date them and use them as an Airbnb. Don't move in. Don't move in. So, and then the third and final step that can help is just having a hodling and taking profit strategy. Set levels of where you want to start taking profits whenever your portfolio hits certain milestones, like a 2x, a 3x. You can DCA out into stables to be able to possibly catch the next dips wherever there's opportunities. But, for instance, if I was smart, which I'm not, in January and in the peak times where we were at greed, that's just could be an obvious area to start scooping off like the table, just scooping the money off the table a little bit, and then potentially catching lows like we would here. And that's how you can really have your portfolio be strengthened over time. But you just have to have key points of when you want to do that. And you're not going to time the market perfectly. So doing the DCA in and then trying the DCA out whenever you hit these certain levels is a good rule of thumb and play that can help you over time. And yeah, so that's just like just 3 simple steps. Combine that with the cycle movements that we're experiencing here, and I hope that will strengthen what your already established plan and strategy. And if you don't have one at all, this is a great place to start. Just start to, send transactions, have some cold wallets, like have a cold wallet where you're storing it. You just never connected anything. It's just sitting there. You're less likely to try and trade with it. You're less likely to get scammed or connected to something. It is just like on chain in this, and that's it. And it's as simple as that. And that can really help you to just be like, okay, I have my stuff that I'm gonna, move around and mess around with and be in the ecosystem. But then there's some stuff that you just need to just like set it, forget it. And the people that have done that over the previous cycles have done substantially better than the people trying to trade and time the market. That hodl mentality can work, and some people will convince you, oh, you're an idiot, you're going to round trip, and it's just like, well, what are you going to tell to the person that hodled Bitcoin even just for the past 6 years, 7 years? Well, guess what? They're up more than you. They're in profit. They ignored the noise, and all through the craziness, were able to just stick to a strategy and plan, and it worked. So this all is on the hope that Bitcoin will do what we are thinking it's going to do through historical data and what it's done in the previous 4-year halving cycles. That's why it's even a thing, the 4-year halving cycle. It's why we even talk about it. It's why we are even thinking that the prices are still going to go higher, even though people think that the bull market is over. We're here to tell you, I don't believe so. I don't think it's over. I'm here to tell you that August and September, we're going to be clicking our damn heels. But it takes pain. It takes the drawdowns. You know how many 20%, 30% drawdowns we had in previous markets where we shot to the freaking moon? Plenty. It didn't stop the fundamentals at all. They're still there. So if you guys are with me, you're with me. Don't come in here talking about XRP. Damn it. Don't you freaking dare. All right. But no, we might end up putting in we joke, but look here. Here's the thing. We already charted XRP. It broke out of the falling wedge. It's retesting the same area where it broke out of the last falling wedge. We have another wedge basically that's formed. If you're looking at the kind of what's happening here, another little kind of price wedge here. Could we just get a possible another run from that same bounce level here to get us to the upside here? Because that was a 53% move to the upside with that $3.37. Oh, wow. $3.40 is what we ended up peaking out at. So it could be just another retest play, and we end up because this is where people are actually speculating that XRP could end up hitting once we get a little bit more bullishness. Maybe we get more news with the possible XRP ETF. Let's see what happens with that. Yeah. So I mean, XRP as a trade right now, and on the 3 hour, it looks bullish. I mean, it definitely looks mega bullish. So yeah, XRP is looking bullish on a trade on the 3 hour, because we're looking at this structure here. Could just be an easy test to, at least in the short term here, to just push it back to $2.75. That's the obvious resistance level here. So we could potentially catch a long trading in a range as long as Bitcoin keeps its momentum. Bitcoin gets momentum and keeps moving, then which it looks like it is, because it's crossed over 84. Just got a little bit of resistance at that top candle here, because you could see that was a big drawdown candle from 84 down to that 78 level, because that was that massive downturn. So resistance here. Looks like we could be getting a bit of a inverse head and shoulders pattern here, which is bringing us up to the neckline, and then we could potentially trade back up into 86. We could get 86 and then 89. These are resistance levels where they were rolling over the price of Bitcoin, trapping the longs. Now they trapped the shorts. So they switched the game. They've been trapping the longs for the past couple of days through the week to try and fake us out, because every time they put us in these areas, they faked the volume. Look at the fake volume that they put in, and then they smack us right back down. So you got to watch out for those fake volume pumps, because that's how they roll the price over. They'll trap the longs. The exchanges see this. You get in a long, the liquidation level is set. All those trades have that liquidation level. Guess what? Exchanges make more money by you getting liquidated than them having to pay you out the fucking trade. Excuse my language, but it's the casino. I thought about it. I was like, these exchanges are just like Vegas. You think the casinos are going to let you win? They only let you win a couple times. They own the table. They own the table. They own the market makers. They know where those liquidations are. 95% of the time, they're going to smack that damn area of liquidation to make money off of you. They don't make money by you winning. They make money by you losing, more so. So think about that. I was like, fine. I don't know why it's taking me so long to just really get that into my head. These exchanges make money by you losing, not by you winning. They don't make a bunch of money by them having to pay you out that cash. So you got to think about it that way. So let's use that to our advantage. Let's actually play that exchange game and say, you know what? I'm gonna see where those liquidation levels are. I'm gonna put my order right there. Damn it! Instead of me just letting that playbook just go, which it's being played all the time. Let's counter trade that. But that's what's been happening, guys. The exchanges have been trapping us in these positions to then eventually smack us right down. So, is it our fault? I feel like the market and the people that are in this industry, they almost want to make it like it's our fault, but we have no other choice. Like, what other choice do we have besides to play that game and knowing that the exchanges are manipulating? And it's like, what do you do? Why do you think people continue to do it? Because we're at the mercy of these freaking people. We're at the mercy of these exchanges. We sometimes are just at the mercy of them playing the game. So, will they try and roll it over on us again? Trap the longs? I don't know, but we got money flow. Check it out. We got that the money flow's coming in. So we're coming in on the money flow on the 1 hour. We got our green dot that printed right here. We got the test of the neckline here on an inverse head and shoulders pattern that could be breaking to that $90,000 resistance, 89.3. We got 92. We got these levels to watch. Are we getting fake volume? Or is this real volume? Well, I hope it's real. I hope it's real, guys. Excuse me. And again, guys, sponsor of the channel is Beancoin. Check out beancoin.co. Hilarious last night. I was working an event. I don't know if you guys know the band Nappy Roots, but Nappy Roots played at a local place. Yep, and I ran sound for them, so that was really fun. But a friend of mine after the show, he was a little trashed, and he was sitting at the bar. I was sitting next to him, and he goes and he's like, oh, he's talking to the other bartender. He's like, oh, you need some coffee? Dan's got some Beancoin. You buy the coffee. He was explaining this drunk, as I should have filmed him. He's like, you buy the coffee, and you Beancoin, and you buy the coffee, and you get airdropped Beancoin in the moon. And I thought it was hilarious. It's like a drunk person was describing my product better than I do. Who's like, it's like a rewards point system. You get the coin when you buy the coffee and the moon. I missed a brilliant filming opportunity and a reel and a commercial for my product here. But yeah, today's show is sponsored by Beancoin. Check it out, guys. Until our coin is fully launched, just watch the Pepe chart. We're a Pepe ticker Bitcoin friendly company. So if you want to buy a bag of coffee using, Bitcoin or something like that, you're more than welcome to. You'll just have to like send me your address and all that stuff in a way. But if you want to just do it just like in a really super easy way, just click buy now. And you will be directed to a crypto checkout that you can use Solana, you can use a stable coin, you can use your debit card too if you want to. But if you want to be cool and buy my coffee using crypto, that's the whole point, then you will get airdropped Beancoin. And then eventually, we're going to send this project and send this out to be launch padded here pretty soon. I feel like at this point, like there's no reason why this project can't get a dope launch pad set up on Jupiter or wherever there's liquidity, because there's effing JPEGs with nothing tied to it that are getting launch pad and getting slush funded, all this liquidity, through the madness. So we're thinking to ourselves, how is this how can this not work? It doesn't make, I'm like, come on. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, but I feel like I got a pretty damn good idea. I've built this thing myself. I've thought about this myself. I really think that this has a chance to do something really freaking cool. I'm willing to ride this thing into the damn ground. If it fails, I tried. If it, we're going to be partnering and getting coffee shops to be onboarded into crypto. Okay. So the whole point of this company and this idea is to get coffee shops who are on the forefront of the cold. What happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, my internet is like going is on here. What in the actual hell? What is going on? No. Dang it. Am I back? I don't know what the hell just happened. I got smacked. I got smacked with a bad connection. I don't know what just, am I good? I think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm back. I don't know. Like, I literally just had my internet completely drop and then now it's back. So I don't know. I don't know how much you guys actually caught of what I was even saying. Yeah, alumni raid. Hold strong, internet. Hold strong. What's going on, Army Piper? Shout out to you guys. Thanks for popping in. I always think it's hilarious that you guys get all the alpha in Army Piper stream, and then you get sent over here to join the the kindergartner hour. We're back. We're so back. All right. So here's the deal. Maybe I was talking about too much bullishness, and then the internet wanted to drop. The moment that I start talking about my own crap, it drops. I'm like, guys, check out Beancoin. It's really the revolutionary idea, and my internet's like, 0. You're going to 0. Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, since you're in here, today's show sponsored by Beancoin. No one's bought a bag just yet. Oh my gosh, I feel like my computer is literally about to take a freaking crap. Hold on, guys. I gotta fix this because this is not good. This is not good. But yeah, smash the like button. We've been streaming since 10, so we're already going for about an hour. We got a lot of the information that we wanted to get out, obviously, in the beginning of the stream. We can do a brief overview of what we talked about today, and I know that's what I was thinking, man. Army Piper, I was thinking the gap still probably has a little bit. It could get smacked. Let's look at the trade. Let's look at our trade here, because we might just scalp this one real quick, because if Bitcoin gets a resistance, any altcoin trade that you're in could reverse really, really quickly. So it might be just good to just be like, all right, let's just not leave any money on the table, even if it's small money. That's kind of what's on the cards here. But we have a really nice swoop here. We got money coming in. But like I said, it looks like on the hourly, an inverse head and shoulder is kind of playing out here. We hit the neckline. You know, if you're going to think that this was an inverse head and shoulders, we hit the neckline, which is the resistance, which at the neckline resistance, if it gets a pullback, then the next bounce support would be to bring it back up into the 86, level right here. So we got to watch for that. We smack the neckline. Here's the range where we could potentially get a bounce. If we don't hold this level, the next level would just be to bring it right back down to 80K. So yeah, Bitcoin is rejecting off the value area high. If we're looking at a value area high on Bitcoin, let's look at the Bitcoin with some value area high here. Yeah, so yep, it's getting a rejection off the value area high. Point of control, high node at 80, at 84.3 was where we just got that rejection. The next high value area node is at $80,000, but there is a similar node, high node, at 86K as well. So there's two different nodes that I notice that liquidity could get pulled to. So which one is it going to go to first? If we don't hold this, then this could be the next level that we hit. If we can hold it, then the next value high would be at 86. So it's kind of no man's land right now, and it's going to make the trades be pretty freaking volatile, as you can see. So I don't know, guys, but I want to mention though, look, I don't like being right whenever it's something bearish, but geez, I like to be more right when it's bullish. But I told you guys that the gap was going to be a pretty significant area of magnetism of price because of the nature of the sell-off of the ETFs, and because they brought the price to 83 and tried to fake us and trap the longs. I was like, oh, they're going to trap those longs and fill the gap. So that's exactly what happened. They trapped the longs, they filled the gap, okay? Trap the longs, fill the gap, bounce it, and now the next level that we could see as that what we mentioned before is the range between 76 and 78, because the gap pretty much got almost fully filled, but there's still a little bit of room to go. We still have, I mean, it almost completely filled because the gap was between 80,000 and 78,000. It went to 78.7. That was the bounce point, okay, on the CME futures. So, but if you're looking at the bounce point on something like the Coinbase chart was at 78.3. We had a bounce point at 78.2 on Bitstamp. Binance 78.1, so that was pretty low. So still, it crushed right below the 200-day moving average, and so this is where we're currently at. Bitcoin dominance, you know, everyone's wondering, like, are we going to really get an altcoin season? Well, if we do get an altcoin season, it's all dependent on Bitcoin dominance going back down. And now, if you look at this as a head and shoulders pattern, we get dominance going back down. We got to let this play out, and we will get the altcoins running back into some support when we get 56% Bitcoin dominance. And so match that with the ETH dominance and how QT is going to hopefully end soon, and we'll get QE, quantitative easing instead of the tightening. It all reflects on how the interest rates are going to be, money printing, all of that stuff. How long is it going to take for the Fed to actually get the data out, get the numbers all compiled together to when they can say, all right, we're going to start easing. Let's ease it up, ease the interest rates. Banks can borrow money at a cheaper prices and lend it out, and they can then go burr, which is the money printer turning back on. We got M2 supply coming in. We got quantitative easing instead of the QT, quantitative tightening, which is the interest rate still kind of being set. And so with the interest rates, we have to just kind of see what happens. You know, maybe we can look at the interest rates and kind of put this on the chart. Fed interest. I don't know if let's see if we're going to be able to. I forget how you add the interest rates. Not a new price scale, but same percentage scale. No. Not same percentage scale. That's not what I wanted. It's there we go. Okay. Now, as you can see here, we had the Fed rates at damn near zero. Look at where the dominance was. So, and then if you bring that into the actual, just like in the Bitcoin price too, you know, Benjamin Cohen, you know, goes into this. Interest rates were flatlined and bottomed. Okay? And we had a parabolic run. Quantitative easing, QE, pump. Look, tightening, bear market. Bring this line down. We can start to get a little bit more movements in the markets of speculative assets. So this is kind of where we're heading here, guys. This is kind of what I'm seeing here. So now we correlate this with interest rates, the Fed's pivot, and this can now. You could say this is all making sense. This is all making sense, and where we're headed, why we're even going down right now, why we got this cool off. Because we're just not lined up just yet with interest rates being cut. It might take a little bit going into the year, but I really think that possibly with the next FOMC and the next two, maybe not a cut on the next one, but we might get a cut in the following ones that is a more substantial cut, like 1%, not like a 0.5% or like 25 basis points or 50 basis points. What if they cut it a full 1% and they're like, let's get this party started, baby. And eventually, towards the end of the year, we get a full 1% cut total. That would be cool. But this is the play here. This is what we're looking at. Son of a gun. We should have taken profits on this because now we missed the chance of taking, because we're running our mouth. Sometimes, I'll tell you guys, it is tricky to try and do a stream, talk about info, do technical analysis, watch a trade at the same time and not get wrecked and not run your mouth. And then when you go back, you're like, no, I just lost. Like, it just lost $30, $40 of value. Oh my gosh. It's not a crypto face trade. You know, I'm using like literally like garbage liquidity. So, I mean, you know, don't run for the... Why am I not at ETH Denver? Why are you not at ETH Denver? I would love to be at ETH Denver. I would be going to the Game Gear booth. I'm about to just take this damn, I don't know. I'm about to take this trade. Bitcoin's going down. It's looking more like, oh, are we about to get smashed again? Closing it. I'm taking my money and running. All right. Done. It would have been nice to take it right here. That would have been a nice little scalp. That would have been a nice little scalpy. Little scalperoni. Scalpini. You ever have a pasta called scalpini? Scalpini? Scalpino. A scalpino. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks to the Army Piper crew for coming in, sticking with me a little bit here, smashing up the likes. Like I said, guys, it really helps like when you do hit the like button. I've noticed that it's all up to you guys hitting the like button. Like this thing will not go anywhere if you don't hit the like, because then YouTube will just say, yeah, you guys don't like it. And then it doesn't go anywhere. But why am I not in ETH Denver? Well, I did not plan to go. I had no logistics or anything to even be ready for that. So that's why I'm not there. But I am going to be going to Las Vegas for the Bitcoin conference. So I'm trying to like save for that because that's going to be expensive. It's just like it's going to be pricey. You know, you got to buy the tickets, you got to buy the plane tickets, you got to buy the hotel, got to do all that stuff. So it's like I kind of have to pick and choose what I want to do. I know, and you guys are like, dude, man, you must be down bad if you have to pick and choose what you want to do. What are you, not like a whale already? What are you, a freaking loser? What is wrong with you? Pick and choose where you want to go. Don't you have millions of dollars already? Aren't you successful already? Haven't you figured it out by now? If you figured it out by now. Well, I figured it out by now that if you're in a scalp and you see the money in front of you, take it. Take it or the market will take it. Take it or the market will take it from you very fast. Absolute, like, carnage fast. Oh baby. All right, so here's the deal. Let's go. We're gonna watch these levels here. We're going to watch these levels. All we need is a bounce from 82. So if we get a bounce from 82, then we can complete the inverse head and shoulders pattern, which would bring us up to 86. So we got to watch for some small capitch. Okay? Small capitch. And this looks like the pattern that could be playing out right now. I could be totally wrong, guys, because look, you got the moving average at 81 on the 45 minute. Now, this is a 45 minute inverse head and shoulders that could be playing out here on the 45 minute. We get a bounce. It's possible. Lasers are saying 2 different groups are trying to get me to go to Vegas in May. I don't know. You should go. If you're planning on going, you should buy a ticket with my link. I don't even think, guys, I just feel like I'm like talking to the damn wind sometimes. I got like coffee to sell. I got tickets for the Bitcoin conference. And no one's bought anything. Maybe people are just down that bad where they're just like, I can't do it, bro. I can't buy your coffee. I can't buy your Bitcoin ticket. That might be like legit what's happening. I mean, it's just it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, if you plan on going to the conference, for sure, like, use my link. I think I have a link. I should still have a link in the description. Yeah, Bitcoin conference, Las Vegas tickets. If you use this link, use my offer code Dano. So if you put in Dano and apply that, you'll get 10% off. You'll get 10% off. So that's a good. And the whale pass is like going up in price. If you want to be a whale, you'll get a 10% discount off that. So that's sweet. But yeah, reminder, some people forget about this. And if you're new to the Bitcoin conferences, the festival pass is only for the last 2 days. The industry pass is for all 3 days. The first day is an industry day where it's like a pre-game day for the booths and everyone to kind of get it going. Different speakers. You get kind of like a pre-game on the festivities. And so if you want to attend all 3 days, you have to have the industry pass. But you're going to save a lot of money by using my code. So make sure you guys are checking out that link. All right, so V John says, "You got coffee? Do tell." All right, so I already shilled this already, but here I have a coffee company that I've created called Beancoin, and the whole premise of it is that I'm going to be, having awesome, organic, freshly roasted, amazing coffee to buy, and when you buy it, you'll get airdropped Beancoin. So it's just a coffee rewards incentive program, super simple. We have a whole brand that we're trying to build around it called Beancoin. And we have a merch section. So if you want to go ahead and support the cause and get people to start asking questions like, what the hell is Beancoin? You can wear this really dope Beancoin shirt to support the movement. You can also drink your Beancoin in a Beancoin mug. So, you can brew this any way you want. So like, I would suggest just a straight regular cup of coffee, a French press. You can do, if you really want to get the tasting notes out of this, do like a V60 or a pour over or something like that. You get the real fruity, kind of nutty stuff going on in the blend. But I've noticed out of every way that I've brewed this coffee now, the espresso extraction is the best flavor profile, because you get enough of the tasting notes. You get more of the earthiness because of the extraction, and it's just great as like an Americana. If you just like pull it just like as like an Americana, put some hot water in it. And oh, it's funny, I just got reminded of something, because like Canada is like, so like they're like, no, we don't want to become the 53rd, 54th state or whatever. So all the coffee shops in Canada that have an Americano, they're calling it a Canadian auto. I'm like, you guys have just brain problems. You can't change what works. The Americano. Oh my gosh, it's an Americano, damn it. You ain't changing it. But yeah, this is 100% fair trade, organic coffee, Ethiopian Brazilian blend. That's the first batch. You know, I'm gonna make different batches. You know, this is like gonna be a custom thing going on here. But yeah, if you want to buy the coffee, I mean, shit, no one's bought a bag. No one's bought a bag yet. I don't know what else I have to do. Do I beg? Do I be like Richard Hart begging Vitalik to please promote Ethereum and stop being a communist supporter? I'm like Richard Hart out here begging. But yeah, if you go to the website beancoin.co, you can buy a bag with crypto, and then that'll give me your address, so then I can send you Beancoin. And eventually, whenever the liquidity pool gets set up, hopefully through a launch pad, because I don't know what other way to do it. Either I get my own $20,000 of Solana to set up a liquidity pool, or I get a launch pad to help me get that 20K raised, so then I can do it. I mean, other projects seem to get the funding and get the attention. I don't know how they do it. I literally don't know how they do it. I really don't. I don't know how they do it. I just don't know how. Is the CME gap really filled? Yeah, it's filled, bro. The gap was filled. The gap was pretty much filled. I mean, the gap was in between, like we showed you here. The gap was filled. That's the gap. But technically, if you want to get technical, it didn't hit all the way here, but maybe because that was such a violent run up from here, that's why that gap happened to begin with. It was a violent run up from that bottom right there. The election. You know, that was the election pump. This is the election pump that caused the gap to even happen to begin with. So could this be another rollover fake out to then do this? Like a almost like a Wyckoff, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wyckoff to the freaking downside. Wyckoffin into the face. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right, 20 likes. Let's go. We were supposed to end at 11 o'clock. Then the Piper crew came in and we couldn't stop. So it makes it tough. We've been trying to figure out exactly what time we even want to freaking stream. My wife's been saying, if you keep messing around on the times that you stream, people are not going to watch you. They're just going to go watch another stream. I'm like, you're probably right. So we're trying to figure out just a set time. We were streaming at 11:30, but that time has been kind of chopped. I got accounts and contracts and things that I'm doing on the side that I have to have the time to do it. So, but I need to do this stream at a consistent time every single day, Monday through Friday at the same time. So then people just know that that's when I stream, and there you go. So I really need your support right now. What time has been working for you guys? Do you like me coming on at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? Does that work? And maybe we stream for about an hour, hour and a half, depending on the juice and us, the momentum and how we're going. What should we do? 10 o'clock sound good? I need your opinions because I know you're all in different places of the world, all over the place. All right, Alexandra G, thanks for coming in. The mod of all mods. If you see Alexandra G in a live stream and she's a mod, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. And make sure you guys are also in the right place of going to the Discord. Get into the Discord where you can have jacuzzi parties with Pepe and Trump. Erwin is saying that is the CME closed? I just feel like it got so close to that level. That was basically the bottom of the gap, which is like 77.8. But yes, it's tricky. It's tricky with the streaming times, I'll tell you, but because here's the deal, you got who's streaming right now? Let's see who's streaming right now. We got Crypto Lifer, we got Discover Crypto streaming. I think that's the only like active stream. Oh, that's a members only. Discover Crypto stream with the Q&A. Oh, so they do that like probably like right after 11:45. Oh, that's a good idea. And you're from the Netherlands. Let's go, the Netherlands. Are we getting a flip reversal? Son of a gun! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, every time I try and spell jacuzzi, this is how I spell it. Because I'm smart. I'm really smart. I'm really smart. I'll close the trade in profit and then get right back into a trade thinking that I'm going to win. All right, so let's see. Can we trade the volatility right now? Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. I think that we're gonna play out a inverse head and shoulders pattern to the upside. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. Let's play it. Let's play this game. Let's play this game, baby. We're gonna only use half of what we just made. Let's go. Hopefully we don't get Wreck-A-Rone. Wreck-Roni, Wreck Sauce. Let's see what happens, because if we're getting it at this point here, that's support, and we could get a nice little move to the upside. We could do a take profit right here. Let's actually just set a take profit, not be a complete degenerate. We'll do a take profit. We're gonna make a sweet pasta dish called scalpini. It's called scalpini, baby. You ever had scalpini? It's really good. It's really tasty. It's called scalpino. Yeah. I'm liking more of the cards of being in this inverse head and shoulders pattern on the hourly for Bitcoin. I'm liking that. I'm really liking that right now. I'm liking this. I kind of like it. I'm liking it. And let's look at ETH BTC, because apparently it was like getting almost damn close to the bottom. Benjamin Combs talking about the ETH BTC and how important it is to look at that chart and to look at it in, with some fresh perspective here. Fresh perspective. Has it bottomed? Has ETH BTC bottomed? Well, it bottomed in 2020 at around 0.017 of sats on of valued at in sats for Ethereum. Okay. Now let's do something really interesting, because it's the same thing that Benjamin Cohen did. He put the interest rates on there and showed you how this has correlated over time with the interest rates. Oh, Jesse, you want to be a mod? Let's go. Let's do it right now. I'm going to make you a mod, brother. Can manage blocked words, can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout. Which one do you want to be, a standard moderator or a managing moderator? We'll just make you a standard mod. All right, let's see how our trade's looking. We might get a nice little scalp. We might get a nice little scalpini. We're going to eat scalpini all day today. Yeah, we're coming at the charts with the better mindset, better attitude. You know, I think we came to today's live stream with some good info. You know, we broke down a lot of metrics for you in the beginning of the stream. Just to kind of remind you guys of what we were talking about. We were reviewing the top 10 crypto assets according to Forbes. You know, this is Forbes top 10 cryptos of according to as of February. You know, we compared the past 12-month performance on these. You know, with ETH being the year performance down 22% against Bitcoin, 350% up on against Bitcoin with XRP. BNB at 55, Solana at 35%, Dogecoin 141% against Bitcoin. And we always got to remember, too, Dogecoin is the thing that a lot of the times has just outperformed Bitcoin historically over the past 10 years. So Jesse, you have to change your insulin in your insulin pump. Oh man, yeah, I know. That's like, so you got one of those little units that you gotta like get you gotta get it like an injection specifically for the like certain foods that you eat. I know that's real tricky. I've had some friends that like, you know, they had to have it's like a little unit and it's just like, it gives you whatever little you know, shot of insulin that you need for whenever you're eating. It's tricky. That's tricky. Just some tricky stuff there. All right, so speaking of Dogecoin, the fact that it's under 20 cents right now is such a buy. I almost want to get in the long on this thing, because if we can actually get a bounce, if we can really get a bounce, that would be a sweet bounce. Very sweet bounce. Yeah, it's like I feel like the only way we're going to really get this freaking ETH to move is we got to get the interest rates down. Interest rates have got to go down. Like it ain't happening, guys. I'm sorry, but the shit ain't happening like we want it to until it goes down. QT's got to stop, and we got to get into QE and really get the liquidity in, because this is all like, it ain't happening. These are big metrics to keep in mind. QT, federal interest rates, and the Bitcoin halving. And can't even think. Yeah. These are yeah. My brain went blank, but this is yeah. Interest rates have to go down. Bitcoin dominance. That was the other one. Sorry, that was my brain went kaput. But then there it is. Dominance, interest rates. There you go. Those things go down, then we're cooking. Then we're gonna be cooking with some gas. We'll be cooking with a little bit more gas. Okay, now guys, check it out. It's looking like it's playing out to the upside with the inverse head and shoulders pattern on the 1 hour. Just so you know, it's looking like it's playing that nice little game here. Yeah, it's looking like it. Cool. All right. Oh, yeah, buying Brett in the middle of a bear market. Possibly, yeah. Brett was hit really hard, but the possible Brett could get a massive insurgence with the success of the base chain and also Coinbase listing. Just getting some more eyes on that particular ecosystem and that coin, it could do some damage. I mean, right now, you know, things like Brett are just beat down. I mean, so beat down. So buying at these levels is you know, that's how you separate the strong from the weak. It's sitting at support where it bounced really hard the last time. 416% from its point right now to its all-time high, about a 521% move to the upside at its current lows. It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take all of those metrics, all of those things that we've talked about just now today to get us back up into what we would consider was the meme super cycle. We're going to have a lot of capitulation from a lot of crap projects and slush fund, you know, wash tokens to full fundamental holds. And we'll see where that leads. We will see. But I'm liking this, though. I'm liking this pump. This is a good pump. We said we wanted to be scalpini. We're going to eat a lot of scalpini today. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, that's weird. It stopped streaming on X. That's so weird. Really? Oh my gosh. Dude, I don't know what the heck happened to my freaking internet. Stupid. All right. All right. Nice. This is looking pretty good. We've had a pretty decent trading day today. We'll see. Just catch some momentum. Just take it easy. We didn't have very much liquidity to trade with, so I mean we're doing the best we can with what we're given. That's all you can do. You just do the best you can with what you are given. And that's all you can ask for. You know, we've gotten chopped and cooked and so many times recently, and you know, but we're not going to give up. We're not going to give up. Oh, Captain B&B. Let's see what's going on with Captain B&B. A little bit of a pump here, a little pump. What tokens are you guys trading right now? Are you guys trading anything? Oh, that was what I was actually wanting to get in was an ADA trade. I was like, I want to get into an ADA trade. I feel like ADA is kind of like lagging a little bit, like it hasn't really seen like a really nice pump. So we could be kind of lagging on Cardano a little bit. Could we see a surgence of liquidity back into Cardano? Charles Hoskinson has been doing a thing. He's been not revealing exactly what he's been doing, but he's been going to Florida. I think he's been going to Mar-a-Lago, having meetings with Trump and the Trump team. So let's see what plays out with that. So yeah, maybe we get into an ADA position, but I just like right now it's like one of those things where, you know, I deposited $30 into this account, and now it's at 87. So I made a successful, nice little scalp trade, and now I'm back in with the original amount that I put in, but now with a leftover $34 of liquidity. What I usually do, like an idiot, is when I've made a win like this, I go right back into another trade. And that should just be like a no-no. Like, you know, it's almost like I got a dopamine hit from taking the trade, winning the trade, and now I want another one. So let's and that's how I feel like the market almost like knows that psychology, and they're like, let's like wreck the dopamine like chasers. You get what I mean? Do you get what I mean by that? And it's funny. I was listening to a video yesterday, and it said that most gambling addicts, or even an addict in general, whether it be your whatever addiction it may be, you get the dopamine spike before you like do the thing. If you put in a trade, you're actually getting the dopamine spike as you're putting in the bet, not by winning. No, you get the dopamine spike by like putting in the bet. You get the dopamine spike by picking up whatever said drug you're going to use before you even take the drug. Isn't that freaking crazy? So that just proves that your brain is the producer of the said thing that is going to then make you feel that way. It's not the thing itself. How can we use that to level up our existence in this life? Well, that just proved to me and reveals that you are more powerful than the said substance or whatever addiction that you have in your life. You have the power to tell your brain, no, I have control over you. You don't have control over me. I have control. I'm a soul, spirit, and I am not going to get controlled by my impulses. I'm going to tell you what to do, brain. You're not going to tell me what to do. I have control over you. You do not have control over me. I'm going to tell you what to do. You sit down right now. Sit down and shut up. That's what I'm going to tell my brain. That's what you need to tell yourself and your brain. You listen to me. And that's how you can maybe get control of whatever addiction and problem that you have in your life right now. And that's what I'm trying to do with myself, is that I'm like, bro, you're going to let those impulses control you. You're way more powerful than that. Don't be a bitch. Move all these chicken scratches out of the way. All right. Woo! This is interesting momentum here to trade. Say that again, Kenneth. I don't know. Dano, everything in your life is you pushed out. I don't know what you mean. You have to word that in a different way. I think I get what you mean. Woo. Jason Crypto said, I quit vaping and pot and got the new job. Nice, dude. Let's go. That's awesome, man. You got a new job. Like, so what was the new job? But yeah, what was the new job? I didn't hear about this. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'll tell you, if anything, guys, if you're like dealing with something, like you're trying to like quit something, you're trying to just like level yourself up, like this shit's tough, you know? Like there's so many things and pathways and little tricks that you've tricked yourself in your brain to make you do the things you do. It's all just tricking pathways, all that stuff. And so I commend anyone, if you've been able to like consistently like stick with something, like keep the pathways going, like don't break the chain, like you've been able to do it, like I commend you. Because look, I've tried to quit certain things and I last about a week. And then I go right back to my old stupid ways. So it's not, you know, it's not as easy as what someone might make it seem. You know, if you have programmed yourself and your brain to do a certain thing on a daily basis and then you try and take it away, it's like your brain will, it's like it gives a temper tantrum. It's like it wants to trick you into falling prey to it again. And it's like, really, is that you? Is that you? Oh, look at this garbage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what we're going to do, though? We're going to set a stop loss because we don't want to lose any money. So let's like just do that. Yeah, exactly. We trick ourselves into being upset, so why couldn't it go the other way? Exactly. We make ourselves and trick ourselves into, oh, I didn't give myself that thing, whatever it may be, alcohol, weed, whatever it is. And then we convince ourselves that we should feel sad that we don't have it, or that like it, or like if we don't do it, then we won't feel said this. And it's just like bullshit. It's like it's such BS. It really is. And it's like, I've, for one, have just kind of gotten just like fed up with that type of like brain trickery. Like, why am I going to let myself get tricked by my own brain to make me feel like I need something to feel a certain way? Trickery. Ultimate trickery. But it's okay. It's like, you know, we attach to certain things and we go to certain things for certain reasons. You know, a lot of it has to do with, you know, deep emotional trauma. Your childhood trauma. You know, stuff that you avoided, that you had to maybe like, you know, your social life was just like in shambles. You felt alone, whatever it may be. And that thing, whether it be weed or alcohol or whatever it may be, made you feel like that was your friend, and like that you could you weren't alone. You know, you like, all right, like at least if I'm like, if I feel alone, I have this thing that will make me maybe not feel so alone. And so then you attach to it. And you're like, oh, it's like my friend, you know, it's like my safety blanket, you know? You make it almost like your safety blanket. And I get it, you know, because like that's exactly what I did, you know. I did those same things, you know, and then that's what can make you kind of like an impulsive person to start, you know, whether it be smoking, drinking, whatever it is. You're just hurt. You're just a hurt person. You're a hurt person, and you're still trying to fix that hurt with said thing. But if you get to the root cause of what even made you feel like that hurt person to begin with and heal that, then maybe you won't do the thing. And guys, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. Look at what's happening with BitBoy. Look at what's happening with BitBoy. If you don't start to have the thought process of what I'm talking about right now, just look at the last like 2 years of unraveling. That's the extreme version. You can avoid the extreme version crash out by giving yourself almost a therapy session. You don't have to keep lying to yourself. You just break the damn program. Exactly, Kenneth. You break the damn program. It's a program. Programs are installed. They can be uninstalled. And God forbid I like any of you watching end up getting sabotaged by your own programming. So let's get through this together, guys, and blast through our crypto journey. Let's better ourselves. Let's not let the old us dictate what is going to happen to the future us. Because the old us was programmed. Now we're getting serious. We're getting real. We're starting to realize that if we don't do something now, we're effed. We're done. So it's time to level up. It's time to do something. It's time to really actually do something. Stop getting freaking scammed by our own brains. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the rants. Thanks for listening to the conversation. Thanks for being a part of the discussion. Thank you for, giving me your experiences as well. And also, guys, if you're going through something, don't hesitate to talk to us and talk to me or talk to the community. Like, come into the Discord. You can be honest and open. Like, this is like a safe space. Like, this is a safe space. So if you got something that's on your brain and you feel like you're on your last whim, like you're hanging by a thread, please come and talk and let's get through it together. Because I'll tell you guys, when I was feeling like I was a couple weeks ago, I was a freaking mess. I was ready to quit everything. I was like, this is BS. I'm done. I'm tired of feeling like this. And what helped me was that you guys came in and you noticed that I was feeling just down in the freaking tubes. And you came in and supported me and said, hey dude, it's all good. You got it. We see you're kind of struggling right now, but we got you, dude. No worries. That helped a lot. That was huge. So I want you guys to feel like you can do the same, with me. If you're feeling like that, you're I feel like I'm going to quit everything. Come into the Discord, talk to us, talk to the Dojo crew. We'll get you back on track. We'll get you back on track. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Yeah. We'll see you later. We're not going to be live streaming tonight. We have a show that we are running. We're running sound. So yeah. So we'll catch you later. we'll be trading, and we'll be doing some updates and, you know, posting on X and stuff like that throughout the day. So make sure you tune into those posts. Click all notifications on for all of the platforms like X and all that. Make sure you're following me here. And also, you know, I don't know if you ever noticed, but I do have you can tip me. I got my Bitcoin address and ETH and, you know, Venmo. So if you feel obligated to donate to the cause, you know, we don't have any private groups or anything like that. The only thing that we've been selling is now the Bean coin. So feel free, if you haven't seen this yet, also too, check it out. Check it out. Bean coin. You can buy yourself some crypto coffee, and you can brew this up before you hit the trenches. So this is a direct sponsor of the channel, beancoin.co, and we hope to see you on the next live stream, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.